How to stay positive and how important is meditation in this case? I personally don't find meditation helping for staying positive, but meditation is also not a part of my daily practice really. So something like that, I would say you just experiment, right? This is a personal thing. So does meditation help you? If yes, then great. It doesn't matter what I do. And if no, then it doesn't matter that it works for other people. What's going to work for you? The thing that I found to be the best, there's two things that I find to be the best for me, for staying positive. One is to be around positivity constantly. To be around people who, look at Drew. Drew's died a million times doing this thing. And he's still laughing at it. He's invested 4 days, made practically zero progress. Okay, that's unfair. But
I mean, I'm not discrediting that.
But he's laughing his way through it, right? Where most people would be like negative and complaining and oh my God, and right. So being around positive people is the fastest way to stay positive. If you want to make any kind of mindset shift, any kind of shift, any kind of state change, being around it is a lot easier. If you're constantly around people who are negative, complaining, you're watching videos about people who are negative and complaining, comparing themselves and tearing other people down, then it's really hard to stay positive, right? It's not impossible, but just you're making it so much more difficult on yourself. Where if you can be around positivity, you're more likely to stay positive. So that's one. And MLS is laughing. The second one, I think, is just leaning back into either gratitude or perspective, whichever word resonates more with you. But think about what you're so upset about. Think about what feels so overwhelming and so negative in your life. And think about where you've come from, and think about how much you've learned, and think about your place in life compared to billions of other people who would trade their left arm to be in your position right now, right? You have access to the internet. You're already winning. So gratitude for where you're at, or just perspective of how much you've learned and grown compared to where you could have been, compared to where most people are at in the world. Not the people who are ahead of you, but there's so many people who are still far behind you who would be amazed just to have clean water to drink, right? So those two things I find to be the best way. Being around it in your environment, and then gratitude/perspective. If meditation helps you, then do it, right? That's so true. Thanks a lot. You got it. And it's just that constant reminder. The key thing, I think, is if you can do an audit of your circle, like the people around you, as well as audit the YouTube channels you follow, audit the Instagram accounts that you follow, audit wherever you're spending your time on social media, audit who gets your attention. And ask yourself, does this person make me feel more positive or not? And the ones that are not, like if you leave this stream and you feel a little more positive and have more belief, awesome. Hey, come back. We're doing this fairly consistently. If you leave this stream and you feel worse about yourself, then one, I apologize. And two, don't come back to the stream and find someone who does make you feel more positive. There's too many people that you're subscribed to and that you follow that don't actually make you feel better about yourself. Immediately unfollow all those people, because they're going to trigger you back to negativity, where instead you want to be triggered forward towards positivity. So that's the easiest maintenance step. That's the easiest step you can take so that you don't fall off track and spiral downwards super hard, because the wrong video or the wrong post at the wrong time can lead you down a really negative path. So that's the immediate first step. It's like, do that audit of your inner circle and the accounts that you follow wherever you are active. Obviously, we're on YouTube, so you follow YouTube. So unsubscribe from the channels that don't bring you at least an 8 out of 10 positivity. Go through every subscription that you have on YouTube and ask yourself, out of 10, what level of positivity do I leave their videos feeling? And if it's not 8 out of 10, at least, then unsubscribe from them. Watch your life start to change. I'm the average of the 5 people I spend most of my time with, but my circle doesn't have a positive mindset, so I'm trying to fill that positivity with good YouTube content. Yeah, that's great. So listen, changing your environment starts with the people around you, But most people don't have amazing people around them. You know, most people don't have family that is just constantly cheering them on and not judging them. So family you can't help because that's the family you're born into, but you can limit access and you can spend less time or talk about different subjects that you know aren't going to cause a lot of chaos, right? Some topics could be off limits. You can do that. Your friends, you can stop spending time with them. Like maybe they're not actually your friends. If somebody just makes you feel worse about yourself when you leave, you feel drained and have less energy, that's not really a friend. You can cut them out of your life. You can just move on. You don't have to have a big blow up and say, you know, you're making me negative, but you can. And then the easiest thing to control is the consumption. But not just YouTube. Like YouTube is a great start, and hey, you're welcome here all the time. It's always great to see your face. Well, at least see you comment. But also your morning routine, the music you listen to, the posters on the wall. Right? You can see on my wall behind me. You know, a little bit. All these people mean something to me. You know, all these people mean something to me. This was set up. This hoodie that I wear means something to me, right? Your environment matters. You can do that for yourself. You know, you can create that, and I would encourage you to do it. It doesn't have to cost. Doesn't have to cost anything. You can just print off on a piece of paper and put it on the wall. It doesn't have to be fancy like this. It makes a big difference.